Coming back to Norwich is the pinnacle of two important moments. We had to reconnect and we had to give them a package to perhaps allow them to do the transformation that they feel that they need.
My name is Gabriela. I'm doing a year abroad in the BA GMD Graphic and Media Design at London College of Communication. And I'm now part of the Early Lab. The thing that drives me through my design career is the sense of being able to actually change people's lives and change things for better, make a difference. So I figured that the social design path would be the one to follow.
So I'm John Wilson. I just want to introduce Nick and his colleagues. This all came about over lunch in Spitalfields Market over pies in October when Nick and I met for lunch with our families. And I said, what do you do? And he said, I've got a chair in communications design, which I didn't understand what that was at all. He said, what do I do? And we started talking about my job in the youth services and trying to create new pathways for people. And that led to 6 months of a project of trying to bring a new approach to thinking about how we might design services for young people. And there followed a sort of lengthy process of creative, iterative, figuring out what we're doing and why and what the questions are. They will explain their methodology, and thank you to the students from the University of the Arts London who've been selected from a large group. We've been to London to explain what we're doing to come up with this field trip. And this is the output, the first showing actually, of the output from all the hard work they've been doing.
80 St Stephen's Road had, I remember this, it was more of a mixed bag. So you have to go through badly lit areas. That was Elise. It would be really good to have light, airy rooms. A cafe with Wi-Fi or the Wi-Fi lounge would link the place with positives, because you always come here for a negative reason. So I think structurally there was a lot of negative feedback regarding the architectural feel of the place.
We sit together, we think about new ways of doing things, so we do all that a lot. But what struck me is about how you then feed that back, that information. So the animation, the fact that you just, the whole presentation was just bringing everything to life. Mm-hmm. So that made it much more real. Whereas we would have had like a simple PowerPoint presentation with a few things here and there. But this one was very much more interesting and engaging.
We really hope that out of all of this comes something positive. We hope that we contribute to your transformation of services, and just to let you know that we're here should you want to continue to make use of us. We've found this fascinating experience, and we wish you the best of luck going forward with everything. Thank you very much.
I guess there's something for me about how we build on the creativity of what you've been doing as well, and that relationship between the creativity, the transformation, and those involved in itself being part of the solution. Mm. And I think that's a really important lesson for us to take from this. Actually, it's about actually we're not quite sure what the answers are yet. In fact, there may not even be any answers, but the process of coming about how we work collaboratively and bring about some of the changes will certainly inform where we end up. But I'm not sure we will know the answer. And actually I don't want to know the answer, because once I know the answer, maybe that's what will stifle some of that innovation and transformation we're talking about.
Yeah, it's not about, coming up with a product necessarily. It's not about, coming up with a quick fix. Which I do believe design so often does. It's my own work was really critiquing this kind of designy notion of the solution, and I don't believe in solution as something that design should, provide all the time, because I think solutions very often are quick fixes. They're just looking at a problem, but not really about, hey, what's actually at the root of things, what needs to change, what needs to be addressed, so that, you're actually making a contribution that's fit for the time you're in, fit for the day and age you're living in, and for the people that are touched by your actions, basically.
We collected information from the bottom to the top, and we just wove all this information through from the perspective of the outsider, from the perspective of the maker. We make things, and we brought this back to them as a set of proposals and findings that they can allow them to take forward.
It was truly collaborative group activity, and it wasn't about end product. It was about using the process of making to allow a kind of freedom for service users and service providers to get themselves mentally into a different place thinking about mental health service, and it really worked.